Now I'm going to show you how to move multiple files to your hard drive all in one go, and this speeds the process up quite a bit. So I have my hard drive plugged in, and I'm going to open up a Finder window, and I'm going to select my hard drive. You see that the hard drive name appears under Devices on the left-hand side of the Finder window. Now with the Finder window selected or active, you'll see that Finder appears in the upper left-hand corner. When you see Finder, it means that if you press Apple N, you get a new Finder window. You need to make sure that Finder is active, otherwise you'll get a new window of whatever is active. So if you have the internet open, you'll open a new internet. So in order to have a new Finder window appear, you need to be active on the Finder window. So here is a second Finder window, and I'm going to navigate to where I know I've saved my movies that I'd like to move to my hard drive. So I have a folder on my desktop with 4 episodes that I'd like to move, and I also have a single movie on my hard drive that I'd also like to get over. So with Fred selected on the left-hand side, the name of my hard drive, I'm going to drag the movies into the movies folder, which you see here. I'm going to go ahead and select that just so I can see my destination. This is where all of my movies are going to get put. Now what I have to do is be careful that when I drag my movies into my movies folder, that I don't end up putting my movies in one of the subfolders. For example, moving the Back to the Future movie into the folder that contains the Aladdin movie, because that way I won't be able to find the Back to the Future movie when I need it again. So to do this, I'm going to actually drag straight onto this movies blue bar. And when I do that, it will add the movie to the movies folder instead of putting the movie in one of the subfolders. So let's go ahead and try it with a single movie to make sure we can do it. With the movie selected in blue, I click, hold, and drag over to movies. I don't let go until I see that the movies folder and the blue bar has a white circle around it. And this means that when I let go right now, the movie will be added to the movies folder. Up comes the copying window. And as soon as it's done, we'll check to make sure that the movie has been added in the right place. So it sorts in alphabetical order. We just have to go to the B section and make sure that we added it to the movies folder and not one of the folders inside the movies folder. Okay, scroll down, and you see that it did indeed work. So now I'm going to do the same with the Suits movies that I have. You see I already have a folder created with what looks like the first episode, so I don't need to drag over the first episode. So let me go to my desktop. I open the Suits folder, and I have episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. So because I already have the number 1 episode on my hard drive, I'm going to go ahead and control-click, move to trash. Or I could have just dragged to trash, because I don't need to put that on my hard drive if it's already there. So now I have 3 remaining movies that I'd like to move into the Suits folder. So again, here's my hard drive open under Devices. I've opened the Movies folder, I've opened the Suits folder, and now I see that the Suits episode 1 is there. So I can drag right into this big white space, or I can drag onto the blue bar that means that Suits has been selected. Either way, it works fine. So I'm going to go ahead and select all 3 of the videos in my Suits folder. I could do this 2 ways. I can select the first, make sure that it's blue, hold down Shift, and select the last on the list. That selects all of them at the same time. I can let go of Shift after I've selected the last one. So again, I click the first video, I hold down Shift, I click the last video on the list, and I let go of Shift. And now they're all selected. I can then click, hold, and drag. The other way to select multiple items is to select the first, hold down the Command key next to the space bar, select the next while continuing to hold down the Command key, and then select the last element. Only when you select all the elements can you let go of the Command key. So I select the first, I click Command, I hold down Command key, I click the second, I continue to hold down the Command key, and I click the third. Now that they're all selected, I can just click, hold, and drag. Again, I can either drop them in this big white space inside the Suits folder, or I can drop them on top of the Suits folder. I'm going to drop them on top of the Suits folder. Again, I do not let go until I see that there is a white circle around the Suits blue bar. That means that when I let go, all of the videos will be placed inside the Suits folder. It's very important that you don't put them in the wrong folder, otherwise you won't be able to find them when you need them. So just wait for them to copy over. And then you'll notice, again, when you copy things onto your hard drive, you make an identical copy. So now I have all 3 episodes still on my computer. See, we're on my desktop. They're still here on my computer. They're also on my hard drive. So I can go ahead and delete them from my computer because I've already watched them, knowing that I'll always have those copies still on my hard drive if I ever need them again. So go ahead and drag these into the trash. And there we go. Make sure when you eject your hard drive, you click the eject button.